everyone, I'm Reverend Birgit Gaudreau and welcome to my Bible study.
Today's study is in Exodus chapter 17. Verse 1. Then all the congregation of the children of Israel set out on their journey from the wilderness of Sin, according to the commandment of the Lord, and camped in Rephidim. But there was no water for the people to drink.
If you are under God's leadership, you can expect His provision. But the Israelites, they did not have enough faith to expect His provision. And again, they were all very angry, afraid, and they were thinking, why didn't we stay in Egypt?
Verse 2 and 3. Therefore the people contended with Moses and said, Give us water, that we may drink. So Moses said to them, Why do you contend with me? Why do you tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people complained against Moses and said, Why is it you have brought us out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst?
So again, there was conflict in the camp, and they turned to Moses and were very angry at him, and they should have turned to God in prayer. Now, sometimes God puts us in a situation to test our faith. And here again, the Israelites had failed the test because they were blaming Moses instead of praying to God and asking God what they should do. So here the children of Israel were thinking only about themselves and could not understand the exit from Egypt.
Verse 4. Then Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, What shall I do with these people? They are almost ready to stone me.
So now Moses is in a very difficult situation. We can't imagine how the people all of a sudden ganged up on Moses. They wanted to stone him. They wanted to get rid of him. That's how angry the people were.
Verse 5. And the Lord said to Moses, Go on before the people, and take with you some of the elders of Israel. Also take in your hand your rod with which you struck the river, and go.
This was a faith-growing situation for Moses. He just passed through the crowd. They had stones in their hands. Can you imagine what kind of confidence and faith he had to have in God?
Verse 6. Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock in Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and water shall come out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel.
Now here's a question for you and for me. If you're in a difficult situation, do you fear that situation more than you fear God? When you're in a bad situation and you have doubt in your heart and mind, that is an invitation for the enemy.
Verse 8 and 9. Now Amalek came and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said to Joshua, Choose us some men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in my hand. Verse 11 to 13. And so it was, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands became heavy, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side, and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. So Joshua defeated Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword.
So this verse shows the power of prayer, and Moses, he had both hands up to God and was praising and praying to him in confidence and faith. We should know that when we pray in faith, that God will hear and he will answer.
Verse 15 and 16. And Moses built an altar and called its name, "The Lord is my banner." For he said, "Because the Lord has sworn, the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation."
Amalek is a liar, deceiver, and enemy of God, and that spirit of Amalek is still alive today. Now, here it talks about the end times, that Amalek is in every generation. So, in this chapter, we learn about the power of prayer. Prayer with faith can conquer, can move mountains, but prayer without faith does not do anything. So, here's the key: if you are praying in faith, you have the faith, God will hear it, He will move, He will provide. It is all about how much faith and trust we have in God. So that was the lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And next week we will continue in Exodus chapter 18. And I want to say blessings to you all until the next time.